G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving you my AFL tips for finals week 1. So it's exciting stuff guys, I cannot wait for the AFL finals. I think this one's going to be one of the closest finals we have ever seen. So I am very excited about this. And yeah, we've got Thursday through to Saturday. 4 amazing games, so let's jump in and let's check them out. So starting off with Thursday night, we have the Brisbane Lions to beat the Richmond Tigers. Now the Tigers are at $1.68, the Lions are at $2.15. So the Tigers are coming into this one quite comfortably favourites. In the last few rounds, the Lions have won 3 out of their last 5, whereas the Tigers have won 4 out of their last 5 and had 1 draw. Previous meetings between the clubs, the Richmond Tigers have actually won 3 games. The Lions have won 2 out of the last 5. So realistically, the Tigers, not only are they in better form, but they're also in better form against the Lions. So, it's everything sort of leaning towards the Tigers here. Now, the thing that's leaning sort of towards the Lions as well is they play at the Gabba. Now, they were very disappointing 2 weeks ago against the Demons. They should have won that game and locked up a top 4 spot. However, they were absolutely disappointing. And the only game that they really looked like a top 8 team of late was probably the Saints game. So, the Carlton game. The Saints game wasn't too bad either, but I didn't think they were as clinical as they normally are. They got absolutely tailed up by the Demons and lost to Richmond 97 to 104, where they started off that game very well and then fell off. The Tigers have looked absolutely dominating in the last 4 rounds. They had that draw against Freo. In the second half, they absolutely blew out the Lions. They smashed Port Adelaide, they smashed Hawthorn, and they smashed Essendon. So if we're looking at, teams in form at the moment, then you've got to look no further than Richmond. I think they're probably one of the form teams of the competition right now, and they will get my tip 1-39 for Thursday night's game. Now, on to the next game, we've got Melbourne versus Sydney. Now, if we look at form on these two sides, Melbourne have won 3 of their last 5. Sydney have won 5 of their last 5. Now, arguably, Melbourne have had tougher opponents. 4 out of their 5 opponents were top 8 teams, whereas only 1 for Sydney were a top 8 team. So Melbourne absolutely destroyed the Lions. They won in a close game against the Blues. They lost to Collingwood. They absolutely flogged Fremantle, and they lost to the Bulldogs. Whereas the Swans flogged the Saints. They quite comfortably beat Collingwood. They absolutely flogged North Melbourne. They flogged GWS, and they flogged Adelaide. So, they've been playing fairly good football of late. So I think, like Richmond, Sydney are the form team coming into this game. The Demons obviously had an amazing win over the Lions in the last round, but Sydney are definitely the form team here, and they also, in the last 5 matches between these sides, they have won 3. The Demons have won 2. And they've been very low-scoring games for the most part. We haven't seen 100 points scored by either of these teams against each other since 2019, where the Demons won 100 points to 78. So this is a completely different Swan side to this. So this is a tough one to tip. Now, the Demons are coming into this game as $1.51 favourites, but this is definitely a game the Swans can and probably will want to win. However, at the MCG, I am tipping the Melbourne Demons for this one. All right, next up we have the first of the Saturday games. Now, personally, I thought this game probably should have been prime time. Should have been nice and late in the evening. but it's in the afternoon, and it's between the Geelong Cats and the Collingwood Magpies. Now, if we look at form at the moment, the Cats they're going along very nicely. Huge win over the Eagles, huge win over the Suns, another big win over the Saints, huge win over the Bulldogs, and close game against Port Adelaide, but still very, they're coming into finals. They're in really red hot form. The Collingwood Magpies have only lost the one game in the 5. They lost to the Swans. Every other game that they played was between 7 points or less that they'd won by. So, Collingwood don't win hot. They don't win by a big margin. They keep it very competitive, regardless of who they play. They beat Essendon by 4 points. They also beat the Melbourne Demons by 7. So it doesn't matter where you are in the table. The Pies will not flog you, but they will keep it competitive. Now, in recent times, Geelong have had they've taken home the bacon, as you would, against the Pies. So, the Pie. No, what have I got here? The Cats have been the better team in the last 5 games they've played against each other. My apologies. Recently, the Cats have won the last 3 encounters against Collingwood. Before that, Collingwood won 2 low-scoring affairs against Geelong. So recently, Geelong have been the better team. Geelong are quite heavily favoured to win this one, $1.40, whereas the Pies are $2.96. Now, I agree with the odds. I think this will be a Cats win. And I don't think it'll be that close. I still think it'll be within the 1-39 margin, but I think it'll be more of like a 4-goal win there for the Cats, moving them on to the preliminary finals. All right. Finally, 8:10 p.m. Crazy. This is such a late game. We see the Fremantle Dockers take on the Western Bulldogs. Freo are $1.49 favourites, but I wouldn't count out the Bulldogs. So, recently, we've seen in the last 5 games, the Fremantle Dockers have won 3, draw with 1 draw and 1 loss. The Bulldogs have won 3 with 2 losses. Now, both sides haven't really played too many top 8 sides. The Fremantle have actually played more than the Bulldogs, moving into finals. So, actually, it's pretty even. So the last 2 games were against bottom 8 teams, but the 3 before that were against top 8 teams. They've played each other. The Bulldogs played the Cats, lost that one. Freo played Melbourne, lost that one. And then the Bulldogs beat Melbourne, and Fremantle drew with Richmond. So the last 5 meetings between these sides, we've seen the Bulldogs get the upper hand. They've won 3. Freo have won 2. When it comes to Fremantle winning, the games are actually pretty close, but the Bulldogs win by probably an average of about 35 points when these teams meet. The Fremantle Dockers win by an average of 18. So, this could actually potentially be one of the games of the weekend. Like, this could be the game to watch, to be honest. And it's hard to back against Freo, to be honest. But sorry, guys, we're back. Had some issues with the camera, but we should be all good now. Fingers crossed. So basically, what I was saying is it's hard to back, against Freo this weekend. But if anybody can do it, it's definitely the Bulldogs. Now, the Bulldogs have gone to a grand final, sitting in outside the top 4. So I honestly believe they can do it again, but they definitely will have to put on a good performance against Fremantle. I am taking Freo in this one. I do think they'll slightly be too good. They're going to be a very close game. I don't think it'll go over a 10-point margin. So I'm backing Freo. Every game this weekend, I'm backing 1-2-39. If you're a betting man and you want to put a punt on, there's your there's your punt for the weekend, guys. All games to go 1-39. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to hear from you guys. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for your support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.